Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Life Made Bliss. I'm Rochelle. How are you doing today? It is such a cold day in Austin. I'm going to be doing today's flow in my socks. So get cozy for this one. This is going to be a lot more restorative based. Lately we've been working on a lot of strengthening drills for arm balances. In today's video, we're going to go through a few of my favorite stretches to help relieve some of the tension that can build up when we are working on arm balances. Go ahead and bring with you 2 yoga blocks today. If you don't have those, 2 pillows will work just fine. Also set up a comfortable, quiet place to practice, and I will see you all in just a moment. Let's go ahead and begin seated today, and you can raise your hips on the block here. And what this is going to help you do is elevate your hips and tilt them in a way that will help the knees come further down. They don't have to touch down like mine are. It's okay if you're up here, but this way we have access to getting a straighter spine in our sitting centering position. When you're here, I invite you to close the eyes or find a gaze point on the ground in front of you, and softly halfway close the lids if that's more comfortable for you. Palms up on your lap. We are ready to receive. Go ahead and inhale through the nose. Calm, full exhale out the mouth. And let the shoulders drop with your exhale. And release the tension around the head, around the eyebrows and the jaw. Release the muscles in your tongue. And work your way all the way down your torso, into your hips, releasing the muscles of the thighs, of the calves, all the way down to your heels, and the arches of your feet, and your toes, and just let go. With the inhale, we're increasing awareness of our body. With the exhale, we are releasing any tension that we're bringing into this space. Let's do a couple more breaths like that. One more inhale. Last exhale out the mouth. Wonderful. Go ahead and gently open the eyes. Begin to bring the right ear down near the right shoulder. And let the head fall forward. And bring the head over towards the left shoulder. Pause at the top here. Then go ahead and allow the head to roll through the front. Bringing the right ear to right shoulder. And go ahead and repeat that. Just some nice neck stretches and neck rolls. And let's do that a few more times. Last time here. Let's go ahead and bring the head down into the middle and then rise back on up. You can remove that block out from underneath you. If you used one, then put it off to the side. Go ahead and grab your yoga strap, or maybe you have a belt or a scarf with you today. Go ahead and hold that out in a wide V with a loose grip on the ends here. What I've done is I've folded it once. And now we're here. Right. Let's keep a nice loose little grip on the ends here. So what we're going to do is on the inhale, we're going to bring our arms above our head. We're going to rotate our shoulders back behind us. So keep the grip loose here so that you can slide down and make a further grip on your rope or your belt or your strap, whatever you have, and then allow the arms to go further back behind you until we reach the small of the back with the strap. Inhale, travel back on up. Just loosely holding onto the strap here, allowing my arms to widen if they need to. Exhale, go ahead and bring the strap down in front of you. Go ahead and inhale. It's okay if the elbows need to bend a little bit here. At this point, you're going to feel a nice chest stretch. It can be pretty intense, so take it slow. Inhale, the arms travel upwards. Exhale, we travel back down with the arms. Let's do that one more time. Inhale to the top. Time the breath with the movement. Start your exhale here. All right, one more time. Up and down. Inhale. And exhale, release. Wonderful. Go ahead and bring the strap off to the side here. Roll the shoulders out a little bit. First, one direction, maybe coming up towards the ears and moving back down behind your back. And then after some time, go ahead and reverse the direction of your shoulder rolls. Once that feels good, you're going to come up to hands and knees. Shoulders are directly over the wrists. Hips are directly over the knees. Now from here, we have a neutral spine. Our belly is engaged. We're engaging our core. Inhale, we're going to scoop the belly. Bring the chest forward. Bring our nose up towards the ceiling, and our tailbone's going to reach towards the ceiling as well. Exhale, go ahead and press away from the ground through the palms. Put an arch your back, bringing that tailbone in between your legs here. Knitting the ribs, keeping the belly high and in. Inhale, bring that chest through. Belly scoops. Exhale, round the back, gently press into the palms, into the knees, away from the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and keep repeating this on the inhale and exhale. Two more times, inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale. And last exhale. Stay at the top here with that arched back. Go ahead and start making little circles with your torso. And bring the hips forward and back. Change direction. Just a nice little stretch in cat here. And then come down to a neutral spine again, right from where we started. And go ahead and grab two of your blocks. All right. Choose a tall setting for the greatest stretch, a medium setting for a in the middle stretch, lowest setting for the mildest stretch. Set yourself up like so. Your elbows are going to go to the furthest edge of that block, and the triceps going to lay on the top of the block. All right. Once you're there, both elbows on the edges, and then allowing the back of the arm to rest on the edge of the block. Go ahead and clasp the hands behind your neck and bring your head and shoulders and chest towards the mat. Which with each inhale creates space, And with each exhale, use that to travel a little closer to the mat, a little deeper into your stretch. And it's okay if you move just a tiny bit with each breath. Doesn't have to be dramatic. Just use the breath to work within your body. Two more breaths here. One last time. Wonderful. Now go ahead and come out of this pose by straightening out the arms, taking one arm off the block at a time. It's okay if it's not graceful. And once you move those blocks off to the side, go ahead and come down onto your knees in child's pose. Reach the arms out in front of you. Take a breath here. Stay for one more breath. Nice deep inhale. Full releasing exhale at the mouth. On the inhale, roll the spine back upright. Clasp the hands behind your back, bend the elbows. Then inhale, straighten the arms, puff out the chest. Exhale, forward fold over the tops of your thigh. Keep the arms straightened out behind you. Hands moving towards the ceiling, best you can. This is really all about shoulder mobility, and some of you might just not be there yet, and that's okay. The stretch is working. The stretch is doing what it's supposed to do here. So wherever you're at, be grateful for what your body is doing for you in this moment. You're still finding release here. That is why we're doing this. Even inhale, even exhale. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and release the arms down by the side. Undo your clasp with your hands. Inhale. Slowly rise back on up. Come back to hands and knees. And set your foundation up so that hips are directly over knees. Shoulders are directly over wrists here. Move that left hand just a couple inches towards the center of the mat. And with the right hand, we're going to reach up towards the ceiling, twisting open towards the right. Nice inhale here. Exhale. Go ahead and bring that right arm down. We're going to thread it through the window of the left hand here, of the left arm. We're going to set the shoulder down on the mat and the head. Option here to find the bind, bringing the left arm behind you and onto the upper right thigh. You can also bring it to the small of your back if that's more accessible for you. Come back to an even breath. In these twists, our diaphragm has a tendency to constrict, so focus on relaxing through the rib cage, relaxing the muscles around the diaphragm best you can, and surrendering to this twist, given that you're not experiencing any pain. On the next inhale, if you have your arm in a bind, go ahead and bring that left arm back down. Press through the palm of the left hand, bringing that right arm back up, reaching towards the ceiling, twisting open. Exhale, go ahead and find the mat with your right hand. Get a little movement in. We're going to switch over to the other side here in just a moment. Go ahead and bring that right palm in just a couple inches towards the center. Inhale, reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread that left arm through the window of the right arm. And either get my hair out of my way. Either keep your palm down on the mat here like so, or if your shoulders are allowing for it, find the bind. or keep the back of your palm on the small of your back here. A couple options for you. Your gaze can be on your mat, or you can try looking up towards the ceiling if you need a neck stretch and that feels good. Remember, the breath wants to constrict here, so practice letting go, relaxing through this twist, allowing the breath to come easily to us. On your next inhale, go ahead and press through the palm of the right hand onto the mat. Bring yourself upright. Keep reaching that left arm towards the ceiling. Exhale. All hands and knees on the mat here. Well done. Go ahead and come down onto the belly from here. And we're going to bring the arms out to a T. And go ahead and bring the right arm back in, bend the elbow, and bring the right palm near the right armpit. We're going to take that right leg and resting on the left cheek here, we're going to take that right leg, we're going to lift it. We're going to set it behind us by twisting towards the right. Go ahead and set that foot down behind you, flat on the fleshy part of your foot. You might be sensing this stretch happening through the front of the shoulder into part of the chest. Depending on your flexibility or your tightness, this might be an intense stretch, or you might not be feeling very much. It just depends. Don't judge it. Don't try to feel something just for the sake of feeling it. Just remain in the pose. Keep the breath consistent. And just drop into the space. Be present with me. On your next inhale, go ahead and come back onto your belly. Go ahead and extend the right arm out straight. Bend the left elbow, bringing the left palm in towards your left armpit. This time, resting the head on the right cheek, we're going to lift the left leg up and behind us, setting it onto the floor, onto the flat part of our foot. Don't be surprised if one side is more intense than the other. Our bodies are rarely balanced in this way. Let's take a couple more breaths on this side. One more breath. On your next inhale, come back to center. Go ahead and come onto one side and then find your way onto your back. Great. So from here, keep your knees bent, feet flat on your mat. And then begin to bring the heels in just an inch or two towards your sit bones here. And knees won't be touching, but energetically you're going to be drawing the knees in towards each other. So engage the legs, the muscles of the thighs, and then press through the bottoms of the feet here, especially the inner edges. And keep those engaged here. Now with your arms, bring them in closely the sides of your body, firm up through the back of the triceps, through the forearms, and gently press into the ground through your palms. So everything's activated here. What we're going to do is on an inhale, we're going to lift the hips off the ground. We're going to push the hips up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the glutes together. Exhale, gently release and bring the hips back down. Nice. Inhale, let's repeat. Going into bridge. Keep strong through the back of the triceps, through the bottoms of the feet. Exhale, travel the hips slowly back down. Let's repeat. Inhale. This time pause. If you would like to clasp the hands together and walk the shoulders behind the back, underneath the back, you are welcome to do so. A greater stretch through the shoulder girdle, through the front of the chest. Keep squeezing the glutes together, drawing the knees in towards one another. They're not touching. One more inhale. One more exhale. On that exhale, go ahead and release the hands. Slowly travel the hips back down. Nice. Go ahead and bring the knees in. Give a little hug, knees to chest. You can rock side to side. Front to back if you'd like. And let's go ahead and finish this shoulder sequence, shoulder and neck sequence, with a couple options. So you can go back to bridge and hold your bridge like we just practiced. We can also grab one of these blocks for a more restorative bridge. Set it on its medium setting here. Place that underneath our hips. And have a more restorative version of bridge here. If you'd like a little more, you can go ahead and bring both feet up towards the ceiling, straightening the legs. I'm starting to get into inversion territory here. It's a different flow for our blood traveling towards our brain. And if you'd like to take it even further and you have a shoulder stand in your practice, you can practice that now here. With your shoulder stand, it's important that the weight is actually on the shoulders and not the neck. That little space that we create with the cervical spine, you should be able to place a little pencil underneath the back of your neck right now, and it should be able to slide right through, because the weight is not on the neck. It's on the shoulder blades and the tops of the shoulders right now. And your elbows are helping brace some of the weight of your body. Keeping the hands walking down the upper back. Squeeze the glutes, release the hip flexors. Point those toes towards the ceiling. And to finish this here, you can bend the knees. Keep that support through the elbows and the tops of the shoulders. And bring the feet behind you. Maybe you can touch the ground. I'm holding no tension in my neck. And please only practice this if this is something you've come to regularly. This is not your first time. Take bridge or shavasana instead, or feet up on the wall. All right, gently and carefully go ahead and come out of your shoulder stand. Let's go ahead and bring the knees in to the chest one last time. Also an option to take happy baby here. Any last wiggles that we want to get out before we take our shavasana. our final resting pose. Maybe rocking back and forth in your happy baby, bending one knee and straightening out one leg at a time. First the right and then the left. Wonderful. On your own time, begin to come into Shavasana. Straighten out the legs, bringing the arms down by the side. And close the eyes here. Let's stay with breath, not allowing the mind to wander off just quite yet. Remain here. And bring your attention to your shoulders and neck. Notice any sensation of tingling, any sensation or any openness that might be present there that wasn't at the beginning of this practice. Maybe notice any new energetic feel that you might be experiencing. And just stay with that energy. And go ahead and start bringing some movement to your toes, through your fingers. Come back to the breath. Deepen your inhales and exhales. And go ahead and start to find yourself rolled over to one side of the mat. Pause here, just allowing the circulation to get back. And then just gently press yourself up to a seated position. If you'd like to, you can keep the eyes closed just a little bit longer. Just enjoying this energy here, this vibration just a little bit longer. And I want to thank you for trusting me with your body and your practice yet again. So grateful that you visit this channel and practice with me. If you'd like to, you can bring your hands to heart center, palms touching. We can give a bow of respect to one another. Big thank you, big honor to be here. Go ahead and leave it in the comments, anything that you'd like to see next. Always happy to hear from you. And if you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel. And that way we can practice with each other each week. Until next time, everyone, stay safe, and I will see you all very soon.